Hi, my name is Debbie Carmichael. My persuasive speech is on a topic that is very personal to me and my family. What is the number one reason for the high divorce rate in our society? Not only does research show that communication is the number one reason for divorce, but from my own personal experience, I know this to be true. Due to the lack of communication in all areas of my own marriage, we were headed towards divorce before our marriage even started. We ended up being married for 20 years in a very distant marriage. It is not always the lack of communication, but the way you are communicating. Sometimes it is better to say nothing than to communicate in a demeaning, hurtful way. My ex husband was a negative communicator, which built a wall between us, driving me to just not care anymore. A new survey confirms what premarital counselors knew all along. The trick to having a healthy marriage lies in how effectively you and your spouse communicate. Lifestyle website yourtango.com polled 100 mental health professionals and found that communication problems was cited as the most common factor that leads to divorce, which is the reason for 65% of all divorces. The survey also found that men and women have different communication complaints. 70% of all experts surveyed said that men cited nagging and complaining as the top communication problem in their marriages. John Gottman, professor at the University of Washington, conducted research for couples behavior for 40 years. He suggested that there are four types of communication problems that can lead to divorce: criticism of partners, personality, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling, which is the refusal to communicate at all. When communication starts to fail, we do not always hear what our spouse is saying, and they do not hear what we are saying. According to this article in Family Life by Rob Flood, here is one tangible side effect of difficulties and poor communication. I would say, "What's for dinner?" She would hear, "I can't believe you haven't prepared dinner yet." She would say, "What time are you coming home?" He would hear, "You better get here and help me because you're never here." Dysfunctional communication can and will always affect all areas of marriage. Finances. Poor communication in this area can be devastating to both the wife and the husband and cause problems for years. Sex. Couples have to be open and honest about everything, remembering it is not what you say, it's how you say it. Family. This is a huge area that will put even the best marriages under intense stress. How we handle our in-laws, how many children to have, to what do you do as a couple on the holidays. In order for couples in our society to overcome these odds, couples have to learn to effectively communicate with one another on a daily basis. If couples thought about how and what they are saying to each other and always having open, honest, and effective communication, the result would be a lower divorce rate.